Bank. Better ideas, better banking. By Quest. Quest is becoming CenturyLink. CenturyLink, your link begins here. Find out more at CenturyLink.com. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, where there's a world of dining opportunities from gourmet Asian cuisine to the legendary seafood buffet. Hi friends, Angie Mentink here. It's the finale between the M's and the Rays. It's also the trade deadline in baseball, and yesterday's move has already changed today's lineup for the Mariners. We're going to see Casper Wells in left field for the first time in a Mariner uniform. I do not think it has affected today's starter, Jason Vargas, but to be sure, we check in with Brad Adam and Bill Kruger. It's going to be one of those days, guys.
It is right up until the deadline, the final hour. Angie, thank you very much. Yes, out here in the pen, we'll talk a little bit more about the Mariners and a deal that is maybe in the works. But right now, let's talk about the starters today for this game. It's Jeremy Hellickson. He's already beat the Mariners once this year. Jason Vargas 6-9 with a 4. He's got a shutout against Tampa Bay, but has lost his last 4 starts. Bill, what does he need to do to get back in the winning ways?
Well, he's had a great first half. Really 18 great starts. He just needs to get back to letting his stuff work. Pitch out over the plate. He got to nitpicking a little bit, a little defensive. This park allows you to do that, and he's had great success against Tampa. I see him turning it back right around today.
Another youngster, the righty Hellickson, as I mentioned, beat the Mariners already. Here's a guy, Bill, that you say just knows how to pitch.
I think he's very talented. The league only hits just a little over 200 against him. He's had a great rookie season. You know, pitcher of the month in May. Very similar to Alex Cobb yesterday. Great 3-pitch command, good moving fastball, excellent changeup. So if the Mariners, God, they didn't have very good success against Cobb, but he'll get a similar look today with Hellickson.
Very poised out there, blowing bubbles, kind of relaxed for a youngster.
Yes.
All right, more the trade site speculation that we were talking about, trying to get confirmation. We believe Eric Bedard has been traded to the Boston Red Sox for a catching prospect. Again, this is not official. Word is leaking out. When we get the official announcement, we'll bring that to you as soon as we can. But Doug Fister called yesterday. Looks like Eric Bedard on his way to the Boston Red Sox. Well, we've told you the pitchers for today's game. We'll tell you the lineups, too, when we come back. Rays and Mariners right here on Root Sports.
Bit of a change. Seattle weather from a day ago when it was absolutely spectacular. Well, today we can brave the elements, use the roof, and come on down. Baseball here in Seattle as the Mariners wrap up a series with the Tampa Bay Rays. Welcome everybody to Mariner Baseball. Dave Sims along with Mike Flowers and the Root Sports crew. Trading deadline just passed. We'll be keeping you up to date on what has happened in that regard as it pertains to this Mariner Ball Club, and we've got some news for you as we move along. Ready for action here, Jason Vargas against Desmond Jennings to start things off. As the Mariners coming off a victory yesterday, they even this series at 1-1. First pitch from Vargas in there for a called strike. Dana Demuth, home plate umpire. Kerwin Danley at first, Angel Campos at second, and Doug Eddings at third. You are looking at a big turnaround situation, Mike, for Jason Vargas. He's lost 4 straight, 5 of 6 with an ERA of 5.
He has struggled, and in those outings struggled early in the ball game, so we'll know right away if he's been able to figure things out through his bullpen work, sessions that he's had with Carl Willis, Jamie Navarro, see if they've been able to figure out what's going on with Jason, because you're right, he has struggled in his last 3 outings, and really for me it's been command of his fastball. He's had to pitch up in the zone, and that is not something that Jason likes to do.
Bouncing ball backhanded, booted by Ryan. That'll be an E6. Let's take a look at the rest of the Rays batting order.
Well, following Jennings, you have Bold Longoria still struggling at 231. Then it's Zobrist. He's had a couple of big hits in this series for the Rays. Upton, Kochman, Shopik, Joyce, and Sean Rodriguez, the shortstop today, will hit 9th. Jason Vargas, as we mentioned, his struggles, ERA over 4 now because of that. 38 walks, 86 strikeouts for him. He's given up 16 home runs this year.
He's had some spectacular moments with the shutouts he's thrown this year, and had some other not so spectacular moments. Looking for his first win since beating San Diego 30 days ago today. The sleep game shutout. Beat the Padres 6-0. Also shut out the Phillies 2-0. Beat Tampa Bay in a shutout. So he's had some highs, to be sure. It's a beautiful game. Remember the 9-inning game at Baltimore? No decision. Early May. That was a great ball game. Sam Fuld lay one down. If you watch your nightly baseball shows, this young man, you see him diving all over outfields in the American League, making just spectacular catches. Been a real energizer for this Tampa Bay ball club. And Joe Madden, one of the real fun guys in baseball, says a lot of good things about this kid. Came over from Chicago, the Cubs. All in 2 strikes. Pittsburgh Pirates making some moves, Mike. They got Ryan Ludwig today, Derek Lee yesterday.
They feel like they're in it. The Pirates have played well this year. Nice to actually see them in the news, isn't it, that they're actually doing some things. It's been a long time for the Pirates.
Yes, it has. I went to school in college not far from Pittsburgh, got a lot of friends there, and they pretty much whited out Pittsburgh Pirates even existing now.
Hey,
they're back.
3.5 games back. Playing good baseball.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Sam Fuld. Mariner infielder double play depth. Just look at the central standings in the National League. Pittsburgh's fallen off the last couple of days. They were leading. Let's see, today's Sunday. I think it was Wednesday. They were in first place. Cincinnati's dropped back as well. Back safely is Jennings, who's 4 out of 5 in base stealing since his call-up. This is his 9th game. Vargas set 2-2. Runner goes. Throw by Olivo. 1 hop into the outfield. Getting up is Jennings. He'll get to third. Stolen base. E2. And the Rays have a man at third. Nobody out.
Olivo's done a good job this year throwing runners out. That's a tough pop when it hits towards the cut of that grass. You see Brendan Ryan covering. Ball hops up on him. He tries to keep it on the infield. Jennings would have been safe. Unfortunately, when he goes to center field, Jennings and his speed, he makes it to third easily. We talked about the early inning troubles of Jason Vargas as of late. This is an example of it.
Got a full count here to Sam Fuld. Through innings 1 through 4 for Vargas. Got a 5.20 ERA. 47 earned runs in 81 and a third. 24 walks, 50 Ks, 14 strikeouts. As we look at Longoria. Then in the 5th inning on for Vargas, he lowers that ERA to 2.38. 14 earnings and 53 as Fuld goes down swinging. Big out. Take a look at the Mariner defense.
In the outfield, just acquired from the Tigers, Casper Wells getting start in left field. Gutierrez and Ichiro in the infield. Biggins at third. Ryan and Ackley up the middle. Adam Kennedy will start at first base this afternoon, and Miguel Olivo's behind the plate.
Here's Casper Wells, the new outfielder for the Mariners. 64 games with Detroit this year, 257, 4 homers and 12 runs batted in. And we believe he is the first major leaguer to have a first name of Casper. He said, save all of your Casper the Friendly Ghost jokes, although he said they've gone down recently. He doesn't hear it as much. Casper Charles Wells the Fifth. And he said he had a genealogy chart. He's got it buried in his truck, which the Tigers are sending here. He found out about the trade yesterday about 11 o'clock watching MLB Network. He and Charlie Furbish in the same apartment complex. Here's the 1-1 to Longoria inside, scrambling back. There's Jennings. And Casper said he's watching TV, just folding some clothes, and he said, there's a trade mate. Doug Fister going to Detroit. Then his face pops up. He went, whoa! And that's how he found out. And he called down to Charlie, dude, we've been traded. So he packed all his stuff. He doesn't have his glove, his bats. Here's a play. Figgett's coming home. Safe. 1-0 Tampa Bay. Fielder's choice RBI. The Rays are on the board.
To give you an idea why they like Jennings so much. Figgins comes in, gets rid of the ball quickly, an accurate throw to home. Jennings going on contact is able to get in there before Olivo can apply the tag. Tremendous speed from Jennings, and clearly he's in there safely.
I'll tell you what, he's a brave man going head first in a home. Good thing he's got that speed. So 1-0 Rays. Ben Zobrist having a super year, first in doubles, first in extra base hits in the American League. But Wells out in left field now. He said he did a quick scramble, packed through all his stuff in his truck. Tigers are going to ship it out to him. And he was saying his hellos and everything in the clubhouse today. Getting outfitted, and guys coming to, hey, what size hat do you wear? What glove, what bat do you need? Get a lot of stuff together.
It's a whirlwind the first 48 hours after you've been notified of a trade. A lot of things have to happen. Typically, the guys want to get to their new city right away, which is exactly what Casper has done, and that's why he's in the lineup today.
I asked him today, I said, married girlfriend? He says, no. He says, a good thing, too, because it was enough to get my stuff in the truck. Wells pretty psyched about being here. He says he's comfortable playing any outfield spot. He prefers right field. Obviously not going to play that here. He likes throwing guys out. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Triple foul. He says he's got better than average speed. And 257, 64 games. He had been commuting. He had an apartment per month. Every month. At least in Detroit, and then commuting down to Toledo. He hadn't played in about 2-3 days. Zobrist is gone. Fouls that one into Olivo's glove. That's second out. Second strikeout for Vargas. Mariners.
And Jason topping out at 89 miles an hour. His changeup at 81.
Like to see him have that talked about, Eric Wedge talks about, he's a command guy. Let's see what happens. Center field off the bat of B.J. Upton. Gutierrez retires the Tampa Bay center fielder. And that'll do it. So a run on no hits, 2 errors, and a man left. It's 1-0 Rays with the Mariners coming to bat. And we'll get a chance to see Casper Wells coming up in this ball game. He's hitting in the 7-hole. Step in with each run. Let's take a look at the lineup that will be facing Jeremy Hellickson.
Leading things off, it is Ichiro. Brendan Ryan Ackley with a couple of hits, including a home run. In yesterday's game, Mike Hart drove in a run. He'll be the DH hitting cleanup. Olivo Kennedy, Casper Wells, newest Mariner. He hits 7th in his Vegas, and Gutierrez will hit 9th. Numbers for Hellickson. Good ERA at 3.27, 115 and 2/3 innings pitched for him, 77 strikeouts. Opponent's average just 2.09. And the defense. Jennings, Upton, and Bold. They'll cover all the ground today. Maybe the fastest outfield we've seen this year. Longoria at third. Rodriguez, Zobrist up the middle. Kochman, former Mariner at first base. Shopping will do the catching.
Jeremy Hellickson, 24-year-old from Des Moines, Iowa. Born there, still lives there. 9-7, a 3.27 ERA. Beat the Mariners here in Seattle May 4th. Went 7 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 run. Struck out 4, walked 1, 108 pitches. Beat Doug Fister that day. One to Ichiro. Ichiro starting today. 118 hits, tied with Asdrubal Cabrera for 9th in the American League. To have General Manager Jack Zierenczak with us as we move through this ball game. Give us more details on the trade of Eric Bedard to the Boston Red Sox. And it's a 3-way deal, and we'll get further confirmation on this. The Red Sox, the Dodgers, and the Mariners all involved. One and 2 to Ichiro. Rays playing Ichiro like the American League West teams do. Desmond Jennings in left, close to the line, not deep. See Upton in center. Pulled straight away in right field.
Hellickson not overpowering. His fastball will be 90, 91 miles an hour. Tries to sink it. Has a slider and a changeup.
On 2 strikes. Fly ball center field. 4 or 5 steps back for B.J. Upton, 1 down. You played for multiple teams during your career,
yeah.
Mike. How many times did you get traded, say, at the trade deadline at some point during the season where it just blows up your whole world?
Yeah, I was traded. Actually, I was in the minor leagues. And I was traded to the Yankees for John Candelaria. You remember John?
Oh, absolutely.
That was actually fun because I was able to go right to the big leagues, which was a good thing. And I was traded to the Mariners during the season. And that was something that was difficult because of the things that we've talked about over the last couple of days. These guys, you have to pack up your stuff. You have to figure out how you're going to get there. What is the other team that you're going to? What do they want from you? And how's it all going to work out? You just have no idea.
Here's Ryan lacing one to right field, backing up Fold. He's there. 2 outs.
But it's a little bit unsettling. I think as you get older, though, it's easier to deal with. You kind of know the business. Either you've gone through it or friends have gone through it, and so you have a better understanding of what's happening.
But how about that first time, though?
First time you take it personal. To be honest with you. Yeah. For me, I felt like why I didn't look at it. Why do the Yankees want me? It was more, why don't the Expos want me anymore? And I thought I was going to be here forever, and this is what I was going to do, and just you don't understand it. But as you've been around and you play in the league for a while, you understand that's just part of the deal.
There's Wells. He played in Peoria in the Arizona Fall League with Dustin Ackley, and they called him because of Ackley wore. He used to ride a black Dodge Challenger, and the boys used to call him the Punisher because it was based on a movie by the same name with Thomas Jane. And the fact that this young man punishes baseball. Wells gave everybody a laugh talking about their days together. And Wells is a real upbeat personality. And let's see, 2 lockers down is Brendan Ryan, and the guy in the middle is Ackley. So Ackley says, "Boy, that's going to be something, isn't it?" And I said,
he won't have to say much anymore. He'll just sit back.
You won't have any dull moments, pal. Dustin's a good kid, a little bit more reserved, but then the other 2 guys really percolate, a lot of energy. So Ellickson with a record of 9-7, a 3.27 ERA, coming off a no decision in his last outing. That was at Oakland. Two. Full count now to Ackley. On deck, Mike Cart batting in the 4-hole, the cleanup spot here. If Ackley can keep this going, pitch. Knocked out play.
He's had a lot of success in 3-2 counts. You can see the league average is 215. He's been something since he's arrived here. I think as teams get a chance to watch him, you hear the same thing over and over again. Man, the ball really jumps off his bat.
Home run he hit yesterday. He said he thought he hit it good. He didn't think it was going to leave. And then I talked to Upton. He said the same thing. He says, "Boy," then all of a sudden it got like some kind of retro rockets or something, and third of the way out, it was gone.
Tremendous amount of rotation on the ball when he squares it up and just jumps off, and the line drives the hits. We can see him piercing gaps. Those balls that sometimes you think they're going to be able to cut it off, they just shoot through the gaps.
He hit one over the 405, and then the one yesterday to the right of the 405. Pitch. Foul off.
Take a look at the home run that he hit yesterday. You can hear that sound, and it's right over Dave My Oh My sign out there. That's a long way. You don't see many go up into that area. I think he's just consistently surprising clubs.
Broken bat this time. popped up. Second baseman Zobrist takes care of it. Mariners are gone 1-2-3 in the first. Glad to have you with us. Mariner baseball, everybody. Tampa Bay with a 1-0 lead when we come back. Run here at Safeco Field. The Red Sox, they're coming to Seattle. It's Friday, August 12th through the 14th. You'll join us as Ichiro, Felix, and the Mariners meet David Ortiz, Adrian Gonzalez, and the Red Sox. Enjoy a big summer weekend of baseball right here at Safeco Field. Get your tickets, Mariners.com or any Mariners team store. Here's former Mariner Casey Kotchman leading off, tied for third in batting average in the American League. Tied with Jose Bautista at 325. Adrian Gonzalez leads 356. Michael Young at 334. Kotchman, Kelly Shopik, and Matt Joyce. Finale of the longest road trip for the Rays of the season. They went 1-2 in Kansas City, 1-3 in Oakland, and they're 1-1 here in Seattle. They'll go home to play Toronto, Oakland, and KC. Going back, Ryan can't get it. Little flare shot, base hit for Kotchman.
Like Casey jammed himself. It was a changeup, and wanting to stay back on the off-speed pitch, stayed back a little bit too long, ends up jamming himself, but gets a base hit out of it.
First hit of the ball game. Bring up Kelly Shopik, the catcher. So we have it confirmed from Jack Zarensik. Eric Bedard to Boston. We'll have to fill in the particulars as we go. We were told it's a three-way trade. Dodgers, the Red Sox, and the Mariners. Reports are we're getting a top flight pick from the Dodgers, Trayvon Robinson. The hitter's Kelly Shopik. You thought you had fun trading baseball cards. This is the real deal here.
Yeah, it is, and you know it's
well struck center field. Gutierrez has it.
On the radio on the pregame show today, I was talking about this year, and it's unusual to me. There's a lot more movement, a lot more guys going from place to place, a lot of deals being done this year, more so than I remember in the past. I think it's just because there's so many teams that think they're in it as we sit today, that legitimately think they're in it, so they're willing to move some pieces. And a lot of clubs obviously looking to get prospects and get better and get deeper in their minor leagues. So a lot of deals are getting done that I think more so than we're used to seeing.
Used an excellent phrase. A lot of teams that think they're still in it. Hey, if you got a sniff, you know what the hey, make a run at it.
Well, we were talking about the Pirates. They're 3.5 back. They've played well up to this point, you know, trying to give them a little shot in the arm. So go out and get some players. And as you mentioned, they get Ludwig, quality outfielder, guy with some pop.
Derek
that can
Lee.
help them out. Derek Lee.
A couple of veteran guys. And Derek Lee has not had a great year in Baltimore. See what happens. Who is Chris Davis went to Baltimore from Texas.
Right.
1-2 to Matt Joyce. One of the top hitters in the American League, first time through when we saw the Rays here. Now batting in the 8 hole. He starts today at 279. Infield double play depth. And you're right, 3. Joyce is gone. Third strikeout for Vargas.
Good sign so far for Jason. I know he's given up a run. It was an unearned run. A couple of errors behind him cost him that run, but he has 3 strikeouts. It looks like he has good command of all of his pitches. And if he's getting outs early, especially if he's striking guys out and easy fly balls or ground ball outs, that's a good sign for Jason, because as we mentioned, his troubles have been earlier in the games. So good sign so far for him.
Shortstop Sean Rodriguez. To right center. Deep. Goody's there. Short of the track. That'll do it. So Katzman gets a leadoff base hit. They leave him stranded at first. Coming up for the Mariners, it'll be Carpalibo and Kennedy 4, 5, and 6 in this 1-0 Rays lead. Start the bottom of the second inning. Unearned run. First inning. Angie Mentic standing by. Get us an update on what else is happening on the trade front.
All right, guys, this is what we know so far. Yes, Eric Bedard is gone along with Josh Shields to the Boston Red Sox fields. And in return, they are getting Trevon Robinson from the Dodgers and also Chi-Shing Chang from the Boston Red Sox. Chi-Shing Chang is in AA right now. He will report to AA with the Mariners, and Robinson, AAA player, also report to AAA for the Mariners. More to come, though, but this guy Robinson, apparently a lot of pop guys, 26 home runs, switch hitter, and equally hitting as well on the road and at home.
All right, Angie, thank you. Mike Carp leads off. What else you got on Robinson?
Well, the other thing, he has good speed, too. In 09, he stole 43 bases last year, 38 bases. He's like a good-sized kid, too. Switch hitter, that's great news. Good-looking prospect. 10th round pick, 2005 by the Dodgers.
Second time this year for Carp in the cleanup spot. The Mariners won that first game. 1-1 pitch. Off speed, 1-2.
Adding depth. Keep adding depth, Dave.
That's the mantra of Jackson Renson. All 2 strikes. Outside, Trayvon Robinson. 5'10", 201. Born and lives in L.A. .300 in Chattanooga last year. Carp pops this one up. Playable for Longoria. Tomorrow the A's come to town. 3-game series right here with the Mariners. It's the next BECU half-price family night as well, where you can get tickets to see the Mariners and A's for as little as $10 per person. Get your tickets at mariners.com/specials. Here's Miguel Olivo, Mariners home run and RBI leader. 14 homers, 46 runs batted in.
Be interesting to watch and see how Eric ends up doing with Boston. There's a real opportunity there.
That he does.
We just last road trip we got a good look at that club, and they're as good as anybody in the American League. So provide some depth to their starting rotation if he can stay healthy over there. I know his first outing here wasn't a good one, but he seemed to be fine. Velocity was at 93 miles an hour. This wasn't sharp.
Red Sox will be here a couple of weeks, August 12, 13, and 14. Their only visit.
Hellickson topping out at 92. He'll be in that 89, 90 mile an hour range for the most part. He wants to sink the ball, try to keep it on the ground if he can. So far, every out has been in the air. So early in the game, he's elevated the ball. The Mariners just have not been able to take advantage of it yet.
This is up there. Shi Chang, an outfielder, Double-A with Portland. Coming over in that 3.
He's coming over from Boston.
Coming over from Boston. Swing and a miss as Olivo is gone for the second out. First strikeout by Hellickson. There's Adam Kennedy. Good looking crowd on hand here. We got the roof protecting us. Rain outside. Boy, yesterday was perfect. About 72 degrees, little to no humidity, or certainly negligible humidity. Kennedy hitting .253 with 7 homers and 32 runs batted in.
The last few weeks, Adams had to deal with a lot of the trade rumors. Looks like he isn't going anywhere. Lineup today. Probably glad the process is over. I think that's the main thing. The guys, that, especially veteran guys like Adam, you go through it and you know it, and your name is out there and you hear it. And I think you just assume just have it over with. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and they just assume just get past it and move on, whatever it's going to be.
Gotta be comforting. Oh, 2. 8K. 5 in a row retired by Hellickson. Two pitch. 2-2. bat being turned in by Mr. Kennedy.
Hellickson mixing things up. I know it was a changeup the last pitch, and I'm able to foul it off. See the Mariners get a win today. Win a series. Got to get back on that track again.
Needed. Two and two. Popped up. Backing up the shortstop is Rodriguez. 6 up, 6 down. Retired by Jeremy Hellickson as the bullpen corps makes their way towards the bullpen. No doubt after saying their bye-byes to Eric Bedard, who's been moved on to the Boston Red Sox. 1-0 Rays. Top of the order for the Rays, Desmond Jennings. Scored the only run of the ball game. Reached on an error by Ryan. Stole second. Throwing error by the catcher Olivo got him to third. And he scored on an RBI fielder's choice by Longoria. Two and one. Vargas has struck out 3, giving up just 1 hit. There's strike 2 and 2. Pitch outside, runs a full count. On your right, Charlie Furbish. New pitcher acquired along with Casper Wells from the Tigers. Paulie and Fafista. 3 and 2, and that's hammered by foul.
Have to wait and see what the long-term plans are for him. But with Bedard getting traded, who knows? Maybe get an opportunity to start.
3-2. Swung on pitch, struck him out. 4th strikeout for Vargas. He's off to a good start here. 1 out in the 3rd. Time now for AT&T trivia question. Which current Mariner player can trace his trade lineage back to Mark Langston? That's the Langston for Randy Johnson deal. Text your answer to 95323. 95323. Fold the header. Count evens at 1-1. Any ideas, Mike, on that one?
Well, I'm kind of going through all the names. Just going back a ways.
Bouncing ball hit off of Kennedy. Tough break. A3, third Mariner error today.
Looked like Adam was right in front of it. Maybe an easy two-hopper, but it hits. Obviously came up a lot quicker or more than he thought it was going to because it hits him in the hip. Adam, a middle infielder his entire career, and that's a play that you would think he would handle with no problem, so that fooled him. Didn't expect him to miss a play like that unless the ball came up more than he thought it was going to. But third error for the Mariners already this afternoon.
Ryan Olivo and Kennedy. Here's Longoria, looks at the ball. The ground ball to Figgins at third with Jennings down there on contact. Jennings was running and the throw was offline, and Longoria ended up with an RBI and reached on a fielder's choice. Count evens at 1-1. Sam Fuld at first base is a base running threat. 18 out of 26. One and two. Chi-Shin Chang, AA outfielder that the Mariners acquired from the Red Sox. 338 hitter, Portland this year in 87 games, 18 homers and 76 runs batted in. Time called. 399 on base, 647 slugging, 1.046 OPS.
Big year. Still a month left to go in the AAA season. Put up some big numbers.
1-2. Broken bat. Looper can't get it for Gutierrez. Backing up is the left fielder Wells to get it back in. First and second for the Rays. Good effort by Goody. Take a look at our Coors Freeze Cam. Here's another look at this broken bat Looper.
He gets a good jump on it, and Fuld had to hold up because it is Franklin Gutierrez. Just couldn't quite get his glove to it. Ball actually gets pinched between his glove and the ground. Never had it. Great effort by Gutierrez in center field. I think in most cases Fuld would have ended up at third on that play, but he couldn't go anywhere because Franklin's in center field, and he's aware of the fact that he covers a lot of ground out there.
Brings up Ben Zobrist, strikeout victim in the first inning. 1 out, 2 on. Strike one from Vargas. Mariners have made 3 errors today. Ties the season most. Last time it happened, July 6th at Oakland. Third time it's happened this season. One and one the count. Sam Fuld, the runner at second. Longoria's at first. Left field. Wells on a hop. Fuld, he's coming around. He'll score. It's 2-0. Tampa Bay, and the RBI single by Ben Zobrist. To second goes Longoria. Zobrist, his 59th run batted in. Team leader in that category.
Solid base hit from Zobrist. Line drive into left field. Casper Wells, the new left fielder, is able to cut it off and get it back in quickly. Maybe they would have a play at the plate on a relay here as quickly as he gets it in to Brendan Ryan. So the errors have hurt the Mariners today. Bolt is able to get on base by an error and ends up scoring a run here in the second.
B.J. Upton flied out to center his first time, 1-0. Left throw to first. 2-0 the count to Upton.
Heard a lot about Upton the last week too. Rumors of him being traded.
Yeah, it was blazing hot. Talked to him Friday. He says, hey, just got to live with it, see what happens. And here he is. Trade deadline is come and gone. He's still with the ball club.
He's been around long enough to know it's out of his control. There's nothing he can do about it.
Ubaldo Jimenez going to Cleveland.
About them starting him yesterday. A terrible first inning, and he comes off the field and they shake his hand. He's been traded. Sounded like he knew that was going to be the case before the game started. Strange.
Very. And then what was it? Orlando Cabrera traded to the Giants. He's got a chance to make another playoff run. Giants 3 games up starting today, 3 games up on Arizona. Now Upton, he works a walk and that loads him up.
And Carl Willis coming out of the dugout.
He's got a situation on his hands here. Casey Catchman is having a fine year. Got a base hit his first time. Tied for 3rd in hitting in the American League.
Jennings gets on base to lead the game off with an error. Steals second. Olivo, an error on him. He ends up at 3rd. They get a run, and then here in the 3rd inning, a strikeout, and then an error on the first baseman Kennedy. He's already come around to score. The errors have hurt him.
Bases loaded for Catchman with a run in. 1 out. Strike 1. You got Longoria at 3rd, Zobrist at 2nd, and Upton at 1st. Catchman laces one right to Ichiro. All the runners retrieve.
Except for Upton. I don't know where he was going.
Yeah, really.
Longoria wasn't tagging at 3rd either.
And Upton, the trail runner. George Hendrick talking to him, going, what's going on? And Ichiro doubles him up. That's a break for the Mariners. for 2-0. Couple of unearned runs for Tampa Bay. Eric Bedard today sent from the Mariners to the Boston Red Sox. Here's Mariners GM Jack Zarinczyk.
We've just traded Eric Bedard and Josh Fields to the Boston Red Sox. And in return, we get from the Red Sox Chi-Sen Chang, an outfielder that's in Double-A. And we also get back Trayvon Robinson from the Dodgers, a center fielder in Triple-A. Trayvon is on the 40-man roster, and Chang is not. So, as we evaluated this, we would have liked to have Eric stay here for the remainder of the year, but at the end, you have to make your decisions, and we did that. So, again, we've added 2 offensive players, and both players are having very nice years. Trayvon Robinson currently has 26 home runs in AAA, and you can look at the numbers on Chang. They're pretty impressive. So, our scouts are involved here. We did a lot of work on these guys in the last couple of months, especially the last 10 days, I would say, as these names started to surface as possibilities. So I spoke to Eric downstairs, and, he's sad to leave us, but got a degree of excitement when you consider that he's going to a club that, has a possibility of being in the playoffs and participating in the World Series. So, questions?
Is Robinson a guy we could see here soon?
So Casper Wells just obtained from the ball club. He's making his Mariner debut right here, 1-2. Last year, what Jack had to say about Robinson with 26 homers, huh?
You're right, and a switch hitter on top of that, 23 years old. And he hits for an average.
Ground ball to the shortstop, Rodriguez. Wells in his first Mariner at bat. Rounds out the short for the first out. That's 7 in a row retired here by Jeremy Hellickson. Acquiring offensive talent. I like it.
With some power. 38 pitches for Hellickson on his game. 27 of those for strikes. I do too.
Because when you're hitting 225, which is last in the majors, nowhere to go but up. Sean Figgins. That bat breaks. Good effort by Longoria. Can't get it.
How about that play at the end of last inning?
That was weird. I'm watching Ichiro, and I'm looking. I looked over to see if the runner at third tag, and
which he didn't.
And I looked back over.
I did the same thing because I saw the line drive. I looked to see how deep it was going to be. Okay, that looks deep enough to send him. Longoria, for whatever reason, went a third of the way home when the ball was hit.
Right.
And had to scramble back. He wasn't anywhere near being able to tag.
Then I look over and they get a double up.
Well, even when they threw to first, where did Upton go? Well, he was 3/4 of the way to second. It was almost like they all thought there were 2 outs and they were just taking up on the pitch. Strange. Mariners catch a break.
0-2 to Figgins. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I see Ichiro come up throwing, so I turned back over this way. Next thing you know, the guys are walking off the field.
You might see that from time to time with one of the runners, but you see a couple of them. Like they just figured there was 2 outs.
Yep. Here's Longoria's got to play. 2 outs. 8 in a row retired. You know what? That's really alertness by Ichiro, picking up his 5th assist of the season. One behind Goody. Team lead. And here is the Mariners center fielder. Still trying to get above that Mendoza line. He's hitting at a .187. This one's popped up. Playable. Katzman's back. No noise for the Mariners here in the 3rd inning. As Jeremy Hellickson has gone 9 up and 9 down with a strikeout. He's got a 2-0 lead. Hit through 3. Hopefully that will be changing. And Ichiro, you know, he's done it again. Number 51 has designed a T-shirt for the first 20,000 Mariner fans to take home on Friday, August 12th, when the Mariners host the Red Sox. Don't miss this unique giveaway. It's designed and tested and approved by Ichiro himself. For tickets, go to mariners.com/tickets. Another nice effort by number 51. It looks like this.
Perfect fit.
Yes, indeed. Bottom third of the Tampa Bay order now against Jason Vargas. Giving up a couple of unearned runs. He struck out 4, walked 1. Shopik, Joyce, and Rodriguez. One to Kelly, fly it out to center field. Big hack, 0-2.
Did you see anything or hear anything on the thing with Heath Bell? Did he go anywhere? Everybody was
According
talking about
to
San Diego, that he was going somewhere.
From what I'm seeing here,
Originally, we thought he was going to the Rangers. It looked like they ended up going with Adams instead.
he's going to be a Type A free agent at the end of the year. A lot of the big clubs and contending clubs wanted him. And to this point, it doesn't appear. Here we are, an hour and 8 minutes after the deadline. Nothing has happened. Cardinals, Phillies, Texas. I know when he was here, those are the 3 teams he expected.
Right.
That was one of, those are 3 teams he expected to go to one of them. Another broken bat. And it drops in for a base hit. Bat ended up almost where Ryan was playing at shortstop.
Yep. Cut fastball in on the hands, right on the inside corner. You see the barrel of it going all the way out to the shortstop area. But it ends up finding some outfield grass. That'll be a base hit for Shopik.
Fourth Tampa Bay hit. Brings up Matt Joyce. Took a called third strike in his first at bat. Eric Bedard traded. Mariners get from the Red Sox Chi-Sin Chang. Chang with 18 homers, 76 runs batted in Double A, and Trayvon Robinson 26 homers, 71 runs batted in Triple A Albuquerque. Joyce swings and misses 0-2. Bedard 4-7 this year, 3.45 ERA.
Josh Fields also in that deal. He goes to Boston.
Bedard, he came here in 08, finishes his Mariner career 15-14, a 3.31 ERA. 1-2. Reaches out on that curveball, drives it deep to right center field. Ichiro can't get it. One hop off the fence. Shopik, the catcher, to third, being held there by Tom Foley. A double by Matt Joyce. Boy, he got extended on that breaking ball and drove it a long way. Here's a look at the trade. This is what the Mariners get. Bedard and Fields to Boston. Fields big ERA at Tacoma.
Double by Joyce was on a 75-mile-an-hour breaking ball. It was on the outside corner, but it was up in the zone. Drilled it into the gap.
Joyce's 22nd double. Strike one to Rodriguez. He flied to center his first time. Tampa Bay in business here. A single and a double. They've got second and third. Nobody out. strike. Rodriguez didn't like it. 0-2. Mariners 6-19 in the month of July. They've won 2 of their last 3. 4-2 against the Rays, all here in Seattle. Up and in. 1-2. Mariners will be in Tampa Bay. Second half of August. Weekend series, 19, 20, and 21. Line drive, center field. That'll get Shopik home. Joyce to third. Gutierrez with the throw. It's cut off.
Sounded like another broken bat, too, off the end of the bat this time.
2-run single. Sean Rodriguez gives him 20 RBIs, and it gives Tampa Bay a 4-0 lead.
This is a changeup out of the strike zone. Rodriguez goes down and hits a soft line drive into center field off the end of the bat. Another broken bat. So 2 broken bats in the inning. And the Rays pick up a couple more runs.
Those first through innings 1 through 4 woes continue for Vargas. Bouncing ball to Ryan. Tricky hop goes to Ackley for 1. Kennedy for 2. No. It's Jennings. A fast runner beats it out. One out. Fast runner in Jennings. He's at first. He gets down there with no problem. Some damage done by the bottom third of the order. Single, double, single, 2 RBIs. Using a mobile device to record today's happenings, take home to the family and to a posterity, put it on home PC. I mentioned Vargas been having troubles innings 1 through 4. That one fouled off. Got a 5.20 ERA, and that total's been added to thus far in today's action.
Yeah, 2 of the runs unearned for him.
First 2, 1 in the first, 1 in the third. Mariners have made 3 errors. That's here, 4th, both earned. Two balls, 1 strike. Sam Full to strike out, reached on an error by Kennedy and scored in the third.
.74 pitches already. Vargas.
Two one, runner goes. Throw down to second, and Ryan applies a tag. Jennings is gone. 1-3-6 caught stealing, 2 outs.
Given him plenty of time. Adam Kennedy, the first baseman, does a good job of coming off the bag, cutting the throw, the distance down shorter, and then gives a good throw down to Ryan for the easy play. I thought with Jennings and his speed, he might make it closer than that, but they get him in good shape.
Off speed pitch beats Full there, 2-2. Put him away and almost got Longoria, the on deck hitter. 0-2 pitch. Center field. Gutierrez for the out. It'll do it. With 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors and nobody left. Tampa Bay's expanded the lead to 4-0. Mariners trying to get the first hit against Jeremy Hellickson. Looking for the first hit, trying to get something going here. At the bottom of the 4th, our AT&T trivia question: what current Mariners can trace their trade lineage back to Mark Langston? And Jeremy Reed, he was part of a deal that you could link Carp, Vargas, and Gutierrez. Now, producer Curtis Wilson admits it was a poorly worded question. And you get those who had Carp, Vargas, and Gutierrez in there partial credit, but Jake in Seattle nailed it.
Not an easy thing for Curtis to do, by the way.
That's correct. There's Miguel, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Second time through the order now for the Mariners. Bottom of the 4th, here's Ichiro, followed by Ryan and Ackley. 9 up, 9 down with a strikeout. Jeremy Hellickson, who's beaten the Mariners earlier this year here at Safeco Field. If I remember correctly, he's pretty much adhering to what he did the first time around.
He is. Again, not overpowering at all. He's going to try to move his fastball around, throw a 2-seamer and sink it at times, slider and a changeup.
Left fielder Jennings right in his tracks, 1 out. 10 in a row retired. I'll bring Brendan Ryan. He flied out to right in his first at bat.
When you look at the amount of fly ball outs that have happened for the Mariners, you would think that he's up in the zone. That's where you want him and take advantage of that, but they just haven't been able to do it.
We got a strikeout and a ground out. Everything else has been either flied or popped. Matter of fact, there's 2 foul outs to the third baseman, Longoria.
It tells you he's elevating his fastball.
Not that matchup today, Detroit. They had Weaver against Verlander. And Detroit won 3-2.
Verlander, I think, had a no-hitter through 7 2/3, I believe. Weaver ends up getting ejected out of the game. Throws a pitch over the head of Avila, the catcher, after Carlos Guillen hits a home run and stares him down after he hits it. There was all kinds of stuff going on in that game.
Shea, the Guillen home run. This one backing up full. He's there, tracks it down. Airborne out. Trayvon Robinson. Mariners picked up in a Bedard trade. He also hails from LA with the Crenshaw High School, and among notable big leaguers have come out of Crenshaw High School. Darryl Strawberry, Ellis Valentine, and a lot of great hoop players.
Chris Brown, an all-star.
Chris Brown. Verlander allowed 1 hit, 1 walk in 8 innings. Ackley looks at a ball, and Robinson, according to Baseball America, was stuck behind Matt Kemp in that Dodger organization. Kemp, good center fielder.
What a year he's having.
Yes, he is. 1-1. Two and one. Back with a strike to even it up. 2-2. Matt Kemp hitting .315 for the Dodgers. 5th in the National League. 2nd in home runs. Leads in RBIs. On deck is Mike Carp. And there goes a perfect game. Mariners get their first base runner. 2-out walk in the 4th.
Carp getting an opportunity to face Hellickson out of the stretch. It's taken a while, but now that they have him there, see if that changes things up a little bit.
Mike fouled out to Longoria, the third baseman, in his first at bat. 1-1. Misses that one. 1-1. A's come to town tomorrow. They've won 6 of their last 10. 1-1 to Carp. 2-1. Back safely.
Eric Wedge is putting the kids up in front. Ackley, you're going to hit third. Carp, now you're going to hit cleanup for us. Why not? Swinging the bat well.
Absolutely.
I think the best thing he's done when he told Carp when he came up there the second time that he was going to play. Kind of relax a little bit, and I'm sure that Mike, when he went down, started thinking about some things. His numbers in AAA were tremendous. He was putting big numbers down there. He's starting to do that here now, swinging with some authority, covering some pitches up that he should. All good signs.
Being aggressive too early in counts a lot of times. I know it's streak breaking output against the Yankees. He swung the bat very well. That
couple home runs in Boston.
That was a heck of a day. He was batting in the 6th hole on Wednesday, went 4 for 5, drove in 4.
Hit the ball hard too. It wasn't. He was just hitting grounders or flaring it around. He was hitting the ball on the button.
to the second baseman, Zobrist. That'll do it. Perfecto. That's broken up. The no-no lives through 4. 4-0 Rays. No hitting them through 4 as we start the top of the 5th. Longoria, Zobrist, and Upton against Jason Vargas, who's given up 4 runs, only 2 of them earned.
With the way Hellickson is throwing today, Jason needs to keep that score right where it's at. He can't afford to give up any more runs, I don't think.
Longoria, RBI fielder's choice, his first time up, single to center. Broken bat, single to center in the 3rd. These Rays players were telling me that the A's have really been swinging the bat well. Last few days, these Rays lost 3 of 4 down in Oakland. Mariners' challenge continues as Longoria takes a called 3rd strike. Strikeout number 5 for Vargas. It's his 2nd called strike tonight. Take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. The happy August tomorrow, 3 days with the Athletics. Late Thursday travel to Anaheim and then Texas. If you had the weather forecast at 100+ degrees in Texas, you would be right. We're talking upwards of 110 down in Arlington. So, Mike, the routine down in Arlington is going to be this. We land, go to the hotel, go to the ballpark, come back to the hotel. Do that 3 times and then get the heck out of there.
You mean you're not going to go out and play some golf one of those mornings?
Excuse me? Not unless I have a search and rescue party with me. That is really hot.
Hopefully, we'll be fortunate not have to deal with any thunderstorms or any of that.
Deep drive left field down the line. Fair off the fence out there, off the bat of Ben Zobrist. Leads the American League in extra base hits, and you just saw one. He's 2 for 3. Boy, that was a screaming liner. Zobrist checking in. His 34th double. Team leader.
A little bit of an angle down there where the line is the pole, and it goes back out to where the scoreboard is. Gasper Wells, his first opportunity to start in left field, played it perfectly.
B.J. Upton. Wide of center, walked, and then was doubled off at first. Bases loaded by Ichiro, caught a fly ball. That ended the third inning. Double by Zobrist's 53rd extra base hit. It's the American League. Granderson and Gonzalez, 51, starting today. Flat-footed swing, fly ball. Ichiro, nice catch. No, dropped that. Had it on the rollover. Got away from him. Good effort. He's in good shape. He's in good shape. Heel. Right around the wrist. Tough break. Good effort.
See his concentration the whole way, and actually the ball kind of comes back on him a little bit, hits him on the heel of his glove.
Ball and 2 strikes on Upton. Third base side, right behind home plate. Two balls, 2 strikes. That ground ball to Ackley. Move the runner up. 2 down. Overs to third. They bring up Casey Kotchman. 1 for 2. Single to center in the second. Lined out to Ichiro in the third. One. Try to go with that same pitch, 1-1. Vargas trying to end a personal 4-game losing streak. He's lost 5 of his last 6. 1-1.
He's going to need the guys to take care of some business at the bottom of the 5th inning, because right now Jason's already at 91 pitches. He may have 1 more inning left in him after this one. I hope the guys start swinging the sticks.
Got the old pilot cap. He caught it cleanly. Nice job, young man. Good reach. Nice.
Great play.
Very nice. Kotchman, some eye surgery, got things turned around from bad go here with the Mariners. Starts today, tied for 3rd in batting in the American League. 1-2.
I don't remember him having such an open stance when he was here before. I think that may be another adjustment to see the ball better.
A lot of times, more often than not, when you see a guy that open, it's that back eye, the trail eye is the dominant eye.
Right.
Couldn't induce him to swing. It got a full count. 2 outs. Zobrist at third. A 4-0 Rays lead. Kelly Shopik on deck, who's 1 for 2. Puts it in play. Gets an RBI. 5-0 Tampa Bay. 2-hit day for Kotchman. It's his 31st RBI. They did hit him where they aimed.
It's actually a good piece of hitting by Kotchman. That's a fastball off the plate. It just goes with it, slaps it through the hole on the left side of the infield.
Five nothing Rays. Swung on and fouled by Shopick. Tampa Bay RBIs today: Longoria, Zobrist, Kochman, and 2 by Sean Rodriguez. Mariners no runs on, no hits. They've committed 3 errors. Oh, and 2. Swing and a miss. Shopping's gone, but another run put on the board by Tampa Bay. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Home 5th coming up. Mariners looking for hits and runs, and they'd like to get them in bunches, but Jeremy Hellickson's throwing a whale of a ball game. Of this 3-game series, the rubber match. Miguel Olivo will lead it off. And on Friday, August 12th, Mariners host the Red Sox. We're going to open up the series, and you can donate your old cell phone and accessories to the Verizon Wireless Hope Line Cell Phone Drive to support local shelters and victims of domestic violence. Collection boxes, they're going to be stationed at all gates as well as guest service locations around Safeco Field. Keeping Twitter and the texting business alive in center field. 0-1 to Olivo. There's 2 ground ball outs, a strikeout and a walk to Jeremy Hellickson. He's done to the Mariners. He's no hit them through 4. He's just throwing nice and easy, too.
Again, he's not overpowering. His fastball's been around 90 miles an hour. His breaking ball's anywhere from 78 to 82. You can see from his pitch count, he's been efficient, mixing in his changeup. Every now and then he'll elevate a fastball to change your eye level.
Two and 2. Olivo, Kennedy, and Wills here in the 5th. Ground ball down to the shortstop Rodriguez. Goes out for Olivo. 3rd ground ball out today. 1 out.
Ellingson has pitched well this year. He has 9 wins on the season. His ERA at a 3.27. And this is exactly how he does it. Try to keep you off balance and spot his fastball on the corners.
Popped up, second baseman. Zobrist is under it. 2 outs. 2 outs here in the Mariner 5th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Ellingson this year, as we look at Wells, has wins again at Boston, at Minnesota. Beat Baltimore twice, Toronto, the Mariners, St. Louis, and the Yankees. Casper Wells, his second Mariner at bat. Grounded out to short his first time. He's hitting .257, 4 home runs, and 12 runs batted in. 64 games with the Tigers. One, two. Ellingson from the Hawkeye State of Iowa. Born and lives in Des Moines. Throwing a heck of a ball game here. He's ahead of Wells with 2 outs in the 5th. Swing and a miss, and he gets it done in quick order in the 5th. The no-hitter lives through 5. That's strikeout number 2 as we head to the 6-5-0 Rays. On Root Sports is being brought to you by AT&T. By the Jeep brand. We don't just make SUVs, we make history. And by Jack in the Box. For a limited time, Jack's really big chicken sandwich combo. It's back for only $3.99 plus tax. 5-0 Rays with the Root protecting us from the elements today here in Seattle. Glad you're with us. Jason Vargas faced Matt Joyce, Sean Rodriguez, and Desmond Jennings. Vargas has struck out 6, walked 1, and given up 3 earned runs. 2-1 to Joyce.
He's already at 101 pitches for the game. It's like Dan Cortez getting loose in the Mariner pen. He just took the jacket off, so he'll probably go next. 65 strikes for him. Giving up 5 runs, 3 of them earned.
Three-one count. Gold second strike. Dan Cortez is the guy we saw make his debut against these Rays last year. That was in St. Pete. Line drive right to Ackley for the first out. Brings up Sean Rodriguez. Did some work last time up in the fourth and a 1-2 count. 2-run single. One to Sean, 1 for 2 today. Blake Bevan will go tomorrow against Trevor Cahill. First game against the Athletics. Felix Hernandez against listed right now as Rich Harden. It looked like up until sometime last night was headed to the Boston Red Sox. According to some of the reports I read, the Red Sox did not like some of the medical reports, so they put the kibosh on that deal. Against Eric Bedard, he ends up in Boston, and originally Bedard was slated to pitch Wednesday for the Mariners against Gio Gonzalez.
Harden's had a lot of physical issues in his career.
Well, isn't his middle name disabled list?
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable. When he's been right, he's been a doggone good pitcher. Two. Straight away, not too deep for Rodriguez. Pitch off again.
Eighth pitch coming up.
Foul ball.
There you go. And then he gives it to his brother. Wow.
Big points.
There you go.
Big points. Way to go, kid. 2-2 again. He's hit. 9 for Tampa Bay. 2-hit day for Rodriguez. 2 for 3.
Yeah, he earned that hit. Fouled off a bunch of pitches before he ended up getting a base hit in the hole on the left side.
All right, get the document it. Nice. Send it to Grandma.
He had to hustle down there to get there in time to get that ball too. Good for him.
That's got to be a thrill. I got down. I got a ball. I get close to a big league field. Share it with my brother. Doesn't get any better. Here comes Wedge. He's going to get Vargas. So 5 runs on 9 hits. 3 of those runs earned. Vargas does not have it today, and unless there's a huge rally, he's going to lose his 5th consecutive ball game. Dan Cortez making his 2011 debut.
And Occidental for the Northwest Ford Stores Street Team. Now, this Power Stroke brought in the entire trailer behind it. Now, behind you, we have the Ford Fiesta. If you don't like high gas prices, well, then that is the car for you. But this is the car that they're kind of having to beat everybody away from. It's called the Raptor, and they tell me it's off-road ready, yet they won't let me take it off-road. Behind me, that is my car. Okay, it's not really my car, but I want a Ford Edge now after seeing it. Forget the pony. This is what I want. And if you have maybe some kids that are under the age of 16, well, they've got PlayStation 2 hooked up out here. So if you're on your way into Safeco Field, keep an eye out for them because they're going to be back various states throughout the summer.
All right, Nancy, thank you very much. Here's the line, the final line on Jason Vargas.
113 pitches for him, 74 strikes today. Take a look at 5 runs, only 3 of them are earned. 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, 9 hits. They'll give up 9 hits. Number of broken bat hits, seeing eye singles, all of them ended up hurting him today.
We saw him shift to the bullpen, brings us Dan Cortez. He's making his 2011 debut. We saw him make his big league debut last year.
Cortez will have a fastball. It should be in the mid-90s. So hopefully he can come in and start throwing strikes right away.
AAA Tacoma get called up a couple of days ago when the Mariners released Jack Cust. 1 2, 3 saves, a 5.35 ERA. Runner goes and gets second easily. Stolen base. Rodriguez is 8th. Test debuted late last year, September 24 and 26 down at Tampa. There's a guy that can rush it up there, high 90s. It's a matter of throwing strikes, which he's not doing right now, 3-0. Deck, Sam Fold. Cortez, 24 years old, out of Pomona, California. 4-pitch walk to Jennings. First and second. I remember last year, as Oliva goes out to talk to him, some of the articles and speaking to him, talked about being so amped up. It's just a matter of controlling it. Became the first Mariner reliever to open his major league career and record consecutive appearances without allowing a batter to reach since Kevin King in '93. Last September 24 at Tampa Bay, retired all 3 men he faced, including his first career punch out. It was Kelly Shopik. There's a strike. Did use a double play ball right here. First and second, 1 out. Slow roller. Kennedy gets the lead man. That's all he'll get. Trail man, I should say, is the lead man. Rodriguez gets the third.
You can talk to any manager in this league and he'll tell you what he wants to see is power arms out in his bullpen. I think the Mariners would like to see Dan be able to throw strikes consistently because that's exactly what he has, the ability to throw 95, 96 miles an hour.
Runners at the corners now for Longoria. There it goes. Stolen base for Fold. It's his 19th.
Levo making his second trip out to the mound.
3 stolen bases today by Tampa Bay. Jennings, Rodriguez, Fold. Two of those to count to Longoria. 1 for 3 with an RBI. Strike 2 and 1. Cortez obtained from Kansas City with Derek Saito, a left-handed pitcher. That was in the Betancourt deal, July 11th, 2 years ago. Breaking ball over first strike, 2 and 2. Tried again at 2 and 2. Cortez pitched in 30 games. Tacoma, 45 strikeouts, 27 walks, 2-2. With an off-speed offering and miss, full count now to Longoria with Zobrist on deck. Payoff pitch. Walked him and the bases are loaded.
Dan having a tough time with his fastball. 13 pitches, 5 strikes, 8 balls. No room.
And he's got a good hitter here. Zobrist already enjoying a 2 for 3 day with an RBI, a single. Drove in a run in the 3rd. He doubled in the 5th. Started today. American League leader in doubles and extra base hits. Slaps one left field. That'll get Rodriguez in. Here's a play at the plate. Full slides in safely. Another 2 runs batted in for Ben Zobrist. A 7-0 Rays lead. 3 RBI a day for Ben. Very similar to the base hit by Kochman back in the 5th.
Strong throw by Casper Wells. Airmails it all the way into home plate. You can see Fold. He'll slide wide and try to reach back for the plate with his bare hand as Olivo comes back to make the tag. Clearly he's in there. It's interesting watching Zobrist on that base hit. Cortez, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Didn't try to do too much with it, just slapped it the other way, get the barrel to it, and hit it hard into the hole. Take a look at the swing by Zobrist. Just a little punch, let the velocity of Cortez do the damage, and then here comes Fold. So Oliva goes out to get the throw, and clearly he is safe.
That's the second time we've seen a runner slide head first. We saw Jennings do it in the 1st inning, and now Fold. They're living dangerously with that.
Where they're going to pay for it is if the throw gets there a little bit earlier, and Olivo.
And dropping that knee.
Yeah.
Hello, how are you? Yeah. 10 hits for the Rays. Breaking ball in there for strike 1-1. 7 runs, 10 hits. As you look at the running tote board, 7-10-0, and the Mariners no hit through 5. To left field, hit pretty well. Wells going back there, and he's there to make the catch. And a couple of runs here for Tampa Bay, extending the lead to 7-0 here at Safeco Field.
the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Jeremy Hellickson throwing a no-hitter against the Mariners through 5. He struck out 2, walked 1. The only blemish, a 2-out walk to Ackley. That was in the 4th inning. And he's been keeping the Mariners in the ballpark, in the air, and not deep. Face Figgins, Gutierrez, and Ichiro, 8, 9, and 1. Here in the home 6th. Book is closed on Vargas. 6 runs, 4 earned. 5 1/3, 9 hits, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. Figgins fouled out to the third baseman Longoria in his first at bat.
Looks like one of the few hitters counts the Mariners have had today. Has worked ahead, first pitch strike, 17 batters, 12 of them first pitch strikes.
Popped up out of play.
.70 pitches. A couple of single-digit pitch innings for him. Efficient again.
Two-one. He's getting it done. He doesn't have eye pop and stuff, but the bottom line, he's getting the job.
Well, he is. And those last 2 pitches we mentioned, Figgins gets ahead in the count, gets a fastball, 90 miles an hour, fouls it off. Another one comes back. That one may be a little bit up out of the zone. Fouls it off.
2-2. Again. Month of July, the Mariners will want to forget. 6-19 entering today's game, including that 17-game losing streak. 2-2. This one popped up. Play once again. Eric Wedge watching his club commit 3 errors, leading to a couple of unearned runs. On top of that being no hit, his starter in line for his 5th straight loss at 6 out of the last 7. His stomach's turning over a little bit. I get it.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, there's a base hit. Breaks up the no-hitter in the 6th.
And it's a solid base hit. A fastball in the middle of the plate, and Figgins hits it right back up the middle. Leadoff base hit. See if the Mariners can pick up a couple of runs and make this interesting now that they're able to get that out of the way.
All right. Mariners get their leadoff man aboard here in the 6th with the first base hit of the ball game. Their second base runner, Ackley. 2-out walk in the 4th was the first. That's some good off-speed pitches here today, Mike.
Well, he's been mixing it up. Again, he has a changeup, which was that last pitch. That's what he threw, first pitch changeup. The guys are getting their share of fastballs in the game. He's been right around 70% fastballs at 90. I think his location on his off-speed pitches has been excellent. That first one he left up in the zone. He doesn't want to do that with a changeup. For the most part, especially with his breaking.
Off the end of Goody's bat, 0-2. And 2 to Gutierrez. Ball 1, 1-2. Pineda threw a nice ball game yesterday. Wins it 3-2. 9th win. Had a no-hitter for a while. Good to see him back in the win column. 1-2. Big Mike. All-star this year. Impressive performance down in Phoenix. Mariners with their first home win yesterday since July 3rd against San Diego, 3-1. Counted 2-2, not a big lead by Figgins. Shopping digs it out, 3-2. Ichiro's on deck, he's 0 for 2. Payoff to Goody. Figgins, not a big lead. Figgins holds. Driven into left center field. That'll be a base hit. So back-to-backers for the Mariners. Throw behind the runner. Figgins back safely. For the first 2 men aboard with a base hit. And Mike couldn't ask for a better time for Rally Friday.
Well, it's a good start for a rally. A couple of base hits here in the 6th inning. We had a sign that I liked earlier. 8 hours in the car, he says. This is Clayton. He's 11 years old. He came up from Roseburg, Oregon. He's here with his grandparents tonight. So we figured we'd take care of him. Why not? 8 hours in a car. Come up and watch the Mariners play. He's enjoying them already, so there you go.
Say hello to former Mariner Jamie Burke down there in Roseburg.
Oh, that's right.
Here's Ichiro. 118 hits on the season. Mariners in need of some runs against Tampa Bay, 7th in scoring on the season, and Tampa Bay just ahead of the Mariners in 13th place in hitting. There's a little bit of a gap, 243 to 225 starting today. Fly ball right field for Sam Fole. 1 out. Ichiro now has flied out to center, left, and right, 0 for 3. Sure, you do not miss the season premiere of Seahawks All Access. It's coming up here in Root Sports. We'll have the latest highlights from Hawks training camp in Renton. Give you up to date. All the roster moves, free agent signings, and much more. It kicks off this Tuesday at 6 p.m. Here's Ryan, twice flying out to right. To the ball. Right now 0 for 5 against Hellickson. 1-1.
Mariners have plenty of speed on the bases. You'd like to see him get a base hit here somewhere. With Ackley and Carp coming up, both of those guys have been hot lately, swinging the bat well. Ackley coming into the game with a .310 average, and Carp 284. Give him an opportunity to get you close, see if you can cut this thing in half.
One to Ryan. Popped up. Playable. Shopping for the out, number 2. Three foul outs today. 2 to third, 1 to the catcher. Back-to-back base hits, back-to-back outs here for the Mariners. Leave it up to Ackley. Strike one.
I was trying to think of, probably about a week ago, I was trying to think of somebody that had a stance that was similar to Ackley's, the way he stands up there, feet close together, slightly open, bat laid back, just relaxed. And I think I finally figured it out. Take a look at Evan Longoria from the right side of the plate the next time he comes up.
That's correct.
They're almost identical. It's a great look.
Mirror image.
Yeah.
1-1. Right now, Ackley having a much better year than Evan. Two and one the count with 2 on and 2 outs. This is wild now.
Evan Longoria, he's had to deal with a number of injuries playing through. Those injuries at times has hurt him.
All-star caliber player.
Even though he's having a down year, I assume you'd take him, right?
Don't need a stopwatch. 2-2, 2 outs, 2 on. That's popped up. That looks playable. Longoria, it is hitting over. Well, they break up the no-hitter in the 6th, but still trail 7-0.
Friends, Angie Mentink here at the Northwest Ford Sports Desk. Angels and Tigers. Justin Verlander had a no-hitter through 7. That was broken up just like the no-hitter here was broken up. Jared Weaver also pitching pretty well, and he had 8 strikeouts through this one. But look at this. This is what you don't want to do. Carlos Guillen hits a solo home run off of him and shows him up with this stare down in our Sterling Savings Bank highlight. The umpire comes out, issues a warning to both sides. Very next pitch from Weaver. Yeah, it's going at the jugular of Alex Avila. Ooh, boy, this one got testy. 3-2 is the final score. Back upstairs.
Mike Scioscia holding back his ace pitcher. What had led to that, though, was Magglio Ordonez, right?
Yes, earlier in the game, Ordonez hits a ball right down the left field line, covers it, too. I mean, there's no doubt that it's leaving the ballpark, but he stood at home plate for just a short period of time to see if it was going to be fair or foul. Weaver took exception to that. Next time Ordonez comes up, he has a fly ball to left field. Ordonez and Weaver end up having words. Apparently the Tigers didn't like Weaver's attitude about it at all. So then, as it turns out, Guillen hits the home run. And we all know Carlos, that's not like him to stand there and show anybody up. But they were upset, so Carlos did it, and there you have it. There it goes.
So a guy's looking at a ball. It wasn't like he totally pimped it, for crying out loud. I mean, if the
Ordonez.
ball, I'm talking about Magli Ordonez.
Yeah, right. No, he didn't, and but it's a great pitching matchup. You have Weaver and Verlander, and they're both competing, going at it.
Going for the Cy Young.
Yeah, it's we're rolling into August now, Dave. It's about that time. Doesn't take much to set guys off.
Both in the race.
Yeah.
Detroit started today, a game and a half up on Cleveland. Angels 2 back at Texas starting today.
Well, I don't know if they meet up again, but if they do, I'll guarantee this ground ball's hit out to second base. Ackley has no problem. Guillen's going to end up wearing one for that.
Oh, count on it.
Count on it.
Matter of fact, I happen to have the Tiger book here.
So he can look forward. He can look forward to that.
Pick a rib. Which one do you want? It's like the old stories you hear about Don Drysdale and who was Jeff Torberg used to tell that. Don wants to know, where do you want it?
That's about right. Because that one is far from over. If they end up going at it again this year, that's something will happen.
All right, let's see. As we look at Kelly Shopik, 1-0 to him with 1 out. Checking the schedule here, see if there's any other meetings. No, sir. That concludes the season series. Let me go through one more time. They'll have to carry their bitterness over to next season, Mike.
You can count on it.
2-0. He looked at the foul ball and he got upset. I mean, come on.
It was actually a fair ball.
I mean, a fair ball, rather. I mean,
yeah.
Come on, please. Play with sensitive types like that during your time? I don't think so.
No.
Not to that degree.
No.
And Cortez came on. 1 out in the 6th.
And remember, Randy Johnson, he didn't particularly like it if guys tried to drag bunt on him.
His normal response was
he took care of that in his own way, though. Basically, he'd yell at him, if you want to get on first base that badly, here you go. As you mentioned, that rib area at about 100 miles an hour.
Amen. High fly ball left field for Wells. And for as low as $14 per person, families or groups of 4 to 12 can get a ticket to the next Safeco Insurance Grand Slam Family Package Day. It's Wednesday. Mariners meet the A's. Specially priced ticket includes a seat at the game, a hot dog, and a Pepsi. Good deal. We know your family and friends will enjoy it. So get your ticket today at mariners.com/specials. Was it 2 outs? Was it Dave Valley or somebody told me a story about Johnson? He got ahead in the guy at certain points of the game if he was leading. I just put him on first. Let's not go through any particulars. Just drill him, get it out of the way. I don't want to pitch to him. Just hit him. Put him. I said, that's scary. Boy, oh boy, 1-1.
That was part of the package, though. I mean, that kind of is with Randy, the other side of the field, they weren't real comfortable up there for a good reason. And I think that played into his hands. Roger Clemens did the same type of thing. Pedro. Hey. It's,
you know what? You want guys like that on your team. We get the other. Oh, man, they open up the paper and go, oh, man, he's pitching tomorrow?
That's right.
Another busted bat. Cortez will take it. He throws a 1-2-3 inning. Mariners with just 2 hits on the day. They're going to send Carpalibo and Kennedy 4, 5, and 6 out against Hellickson when we get back.
myself, the head coach for the Cougars basketball team. We already got our stretch in, so now we're seated back down. So you're very tan, by the way. So I know you haven't been in a gym all summer, so please explain to me what you have been doing with yourself.
Well, I've been in the gym quite a bit recruiting, but
I don't believe you.
Yeah, well, we went on a little cruise as a family about a month ago, and then had a couple days in Chelan, so that's where the tan comes from.
All right, very good. Now, everybody's still trying to wrap their head around this Pac-12 thing. And I know in football, we've got the North Division and the South Division. So what is this new deal going to do with basketball?
Well, it's going to give us a lot more exposure as a conference in the states of Utah and Colorado. And hopefully, I think we're all thinking that'll help us with recruiting. And the way it's set up is we will still play our traditional games with Washington, Oregon, Oregon State, Stanford, and California. But now this next year, Washington and us will play home and home with UCLA and USC. We will travel to Colorado and Utah, and then who's left? Arizona and Arizona State come up to visit us. And then the next year it flip-flops, and you don't want to hear how it works.
Goodness gracious. I mean, I don't know how you guys can make sense of it all. By the way, I see Connie over in the aisle, and I'm probably sitting in her seat, so I'm going to have to make this fast. But tell me about the Mariners. I mean, are you a baseball fan? I mean, you get over here from time to time, and it seems like I always catch you here.
Well, we enjoy coming to Seattle. You know, I just got off recruiting yesterday, and the family drove over to pick me up at the airport. So we're just kind of taking in Seattle this weekend. You know, we have a good friend that hooked us up with some tickets today. So we're just having a great time here with the Mariners.
I'm that good friend, aren't I?
You are.
All right. See now we let it out of the bag that you a Cougar and me a Husky, that we're actually good friends.
Your husband's my better friend. Your husband's my better friend.
You could have said me. It could have been me. Back upstairs, Dave. Could have been me.
All right, Angie, thank you. Here's Mike Karp to lead off. Thank you, Ken. See the coach here. Karp will leave Owen Kennedy here in the 7th. 2 hits for the Mariners. Back-to-back hits in the 6th. Figgins and Gutierrez, they were left stranded. Karp today is fouled out to the third baseman, grounded out to second. There's the out distribution.
13 flyouts.
4 of them foul outs.
You would expect that many fly balls that you'd see some more base hits, but that hasn't been the case. Mariners getting their first 2 base hits last inning. Figgins and Gutierrez. That has been it.
Charlie Furbich just coming over from Detroit. Casper Wells, Paulie, and Doug Fister deal. We'll see him next time. Karp down the line. Foul ball.
I like that. I like the fact that Eric Wedge gets Casper Wells in the game today, starts him right away, and give Charlie a chance to come out and get an inning out of the way, get him comfortable as quickly as you can. That's a good idea.
Two and 2 to Mike Karp. Run full, 1 walk today by Hellickson, as you see the on-deck hitter of Miguel Oliva. 1 walk into the perfect game bid. Goes back in the 4th. Ackley a 2-out walk. Payoff to Karp. How about that? First baseman Katzman broke towards the line, and then when he came back, it's in the right field for a base hit.
There had to be some strange English or weird bounce, because as we all know, Casey Kochman, a really good defensive first baseman, and that ball, it actually goes the other way. Most of the time when you see a left-hander hit it down that way, it'll hook a little bit back towards the line. That's where Casey headed, but it kicks back towards the hole, and Mike Karp ends up with a base hit.
3rd Mariner hit today. There's Olivo, strikeout and a ground out. Finds its way into right field. So back-to-back base hits by the Mariners again, this time going to right. The last time they had 2 hits to center. That is good.
.96 pitches now for Hellickson. Nobody throwing in the Rays bullpen yet.
CenturyLink brings you the high-speed pitch. It's at 82 and Vargas at 89. Kennedy 0 for 2. Popped to short, popped to second. First two men have reached here in the home seventh. And a couple of bloops, you could use a blast, and now you're back in at 7-3. See what happens here. 0-2 with Kennedy. Alexson's ready, the 0-2 to Adam. Hits it to Zobrist. Hits Olivo, and that's all he'll get. Couldn't get it out of his glove. That's a nice play. Hart moves up to third. Kennedy makes his own a fielder's choice.
Jake McGee, left-hander for the Rays. McGee's trying to get loose in a hurry. The next pitch will be 100 for Hellickson. Casper Wells going to have an opportunity to drive in a run.
Wells so far ground out to short and a strikeout. 4 homers, 12 runs batted in, 64 games at 257 average with Detroit. Strike one. Born in Grand Rapids, Michigan, lives in Schenectady, New York. One.
Be interesting to see Eric Wedge manage this club the rest of the way out. A number of changes on the team. You always have the September call-ups and see what those guys are going to look like.
Good point. 1-1. Two and one. He's worked him outside, worked him inside.
On different bodies. Eric Bedard now out of the rotation. Pfister out of the rotation.
They call somebody up Wednesday. Is the word we get to start that Wednesday game in the slot vacated by Bedard. Two. He's changed speeds, changed locations very effectively today. Parks at third, Kennedy's at first. Wells trying to check in on his first day as a Mariner. Base hit and an RBI. Looper might be trouble. Full. No, that's a nice catch. Now dropped by Zobrist, and they get the force, and the run scores. First base umpire out there. Erwin Danley with the call. Mariners on the board. So they get Kennedy 4-6, an RBI for Wells.
You're in no man's land as a runner right here. Adam Kennedy, the veteran's been around for a long time. And he's halfway, not sure. Does he catch it? Probably blocked right there, the over-the-shoulder catch. And by the time he realizes it hits the ground, they throw him out at second base. That's a tough play for a base runner.
Here's Figgins. Center field. Upton for the out. Mariners do get a run. They get it on 3 hits. They leave a man. 7-1 Tampa Bay.
Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Sterling Savings Bank. Visit one of our 178 branches or go to sterlingsavingsbank.com. Well, we saw one Mariner make his debut. Casper Wells out in left field. And David, looks like we're going to see another one.
Yes, indeed. Charlie Furbish, who came over along with Wells, the left-hander, is going to get a chance to throw here. Casper Wells, I'm talking about, Charlie says he's got a funky delivery, a great slider, and Casper says, I'm glad I don't have to hit against you.
There are his numbers, a 3.62 ERA for him, 32 1/3 innings pitched, 26 strikeouts, 14 walks. See if he can work some of the jitters out. First time out for the Mariners after the trade.
Charlie Furbish making his Mariner debut. He'll face Rodriguez. Jennings in full, 9-1-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, that got Olivo. Got him again. What? Knocked the helmet off. Furbish out of South Portland, Maine. Still lives there.
Rick Griffin, the trainer, coming out to make sure that Miguel is okay. He's a tough guy, and they'll never tell you he's hurting. Well, you're right. When it hits him flush in the mask like that. Wow. Oh, it's right on the collarbone.
Yeah. Left shoulder, that collarbone area. Well, that's. You mentioned it today or earlier, or the other day about that's not a big piece of equipment he's got in terms of chest protector.
Well, yeah, you can see how much it's exposed.
1-2.
They're getting the ice ready now.
Well, they should. Furbish 17 games for the Tigers. He started 2 times. That was drilled deep to left. Wells going back. Home run for Sean Rodriguez. His 3rd straight hit. What a day. 2 runs scored, 3 runs driven in. It's 8-1 Tampa Bay. Home run number 5, RBI number 21.
He gets a fastball on the inside corner. Pitch was up in the zone and hits it to the back of the bullpen.
6th home run given up by Furbish this year. Furbish at Detroit 1-3, 3.62 ERA. 32 in the 3rd inning, 17 games, 2 starts. Started at the Angels and at the Royals, went 0-2 with an 8.59 ERA. Breaking ball hit foul. Desmond Jennings 1-2. Breaking ball misses. Furbish 3 minor league stops last year at Lakeland, 4-5, Erie 1-0, Toledo 3-4. Full count. Ripped right to Rank. Nice play.
He went with the 3-2 changeup. Unfortunately, that was hit right at Brendan.
Stabbed there by Ryan all over it.
Ball was hit hard, but one of the easier plays that Brennan has had to make.
There's Sam Fuld. Couple of runs scored today, 0 for 4. Bender in there for a strike from Furbish. Was a 4th round pick by the Tigers in the June 07 draft. Play. 20,382 on hand here. Kids get a chance to run around the bases after the ball game. Biggins, no. Ryan throws off the funky angle and throws out the speedy Sam Fuld. That's a nice play. 2 outs.
He has done this all year long. Take another look at it. Gets rid of it quickly. It's amazing how accurate he is with that throw and what he can get on it. I have to imagine pitching staff this year has had to pick up a few dinners for him. He's taken away a lot of hits this year. And you're right. Fuld can get down the line. It wasn't like that was just a routiner.
Exactly. Longoria's got an RBI today. 1 for 3 with a walk.
A good changeup, 83 miles an hour.
Exactly. Stands pretty much in reverse, right?
On the right side. Just mentioned having a tough year this year, but it served him well. And Ackley off to a great start in his career. There you go. And actually, Dustin will bring that foot even closer to him, and he'll put his bat even similar to where Longoria is, but they're both really relaxed, upright. And the thing that's amazing is a lot of times you see guys with that type of stance and they want to jump out there, jump at the ball, but neither one of them do. They're in no hurry at all.
Yeah, they quietly load it and then explode.
Exactly.
Two outs, a run in, and a runner on. There's Ben Zobrist, and he's been murdered. Struck him out in the first, RBI single in the third, doubled off the left field fence in the fifth, 2-run single in the sixth. Walk to Longoria, second consecutive walk. Ackley for the force, and that will do it. Charlie Furbich, in his Mariner debut, gives up a home run to Rodriguez. It's 8-1 Tampa Bay.
Here in the 8th inning. It's a holiday around baseball today because, of course, it's the MLB trade deadline. A couple of deals to pass on to you. The Rangers acquired reliever Mike Adams from the Padres. I think that's huge, guys. Diamondbacks get A's reliever Brad Ziegler. Battling in the NL Central with Milwaukee, the Cardinals grabbed infielder Rafael Furcal from the Dodgers, and the NL wildcard leading Atlanta Braves acquired outfielder Michael Bourne from Houston. We'll have lots more on the trade deadline in the postgame show as well. Back upstairs to you, David. Mike.
All right, Angie, thank you. Mike Adams to the Texas Rangers is large.
It's big. And it's one of the things, yeah, it's one of the things that the Rangers were looking for when they were in town last time, trying to shore up their bullpen.
That's right.
Well, Adams not as big a name as Bell is in San Diego, but he's every bit as good, I can tell you that. He's really going to help them. Power pitcher, right-hander.
That's a great pick. Texas lost today at Toronto 7-3 before you put him now in front of Feliz.
Yep. I think Bourne's going to help Atlanta too.
Agreed. Yeah, fast guy, good leadoff guy. Josh Lukey throwing. And it's some big. Couldn't move Heath Bell, and certainly understand there's a base hit. 5 for the Mariners. One count for Goody.
Frankly, with a couple of hits, 2 for 3 now in the game.
For him. Good to see 2 for 3 day for Franklin Gutierrez.
It looks like that will do it for Hellickson.
Well, a heck of a move by Texas to pick up That reliever, Mike Adams. Rays going to their pen. Hellickson, he's done for the day. He turned in some outstanding work this afternoon against the Mariners.
Mixing things up, kept the Mariners off balance. A 90-mile-an-hour fastball for him today. A lot of breaking balls, sliders, and changeups. 109 pitches for him. 74 of them for strikes. Just 2 strikeouts on the day, 1 walk. Take a look at the numbers for Jake McGee. 3.75 ERA. Only 12 innings pitched for him. 9 strikeouts, 6 walks. Opponent's average 292.
Ichiro is flying out to each outfielder. 0 for 3. Behind 0-2 now.
McGee coming out of the pen, throwing hard, 95 miles an hour on that last fastball.
Lefty McGee's out of San Jose, California, lives in Reno. Big kid, 6'3", 230. 1-2. Turns 25 next week on the 6th. 8 games last year for Tampa Bay. Strikes out Ichiro. First man that he faces, 1 out. Tired of paying those high gas prices? Well, you can relax. Ride Sound Transit. Visit soundtransit.org for details. All Tampa Bay this afternoon. Brendan Ryan 0 for 3. Flied to right twice. Fouled out to the catcher.
Tough series for Brendan Ryan. He had an 11-game hitting streak going for him, and he's 0 for 10 in this series. Average dropped down to 255.
Short right field. Fold will take care of it. 2 outs. Gutierrez led off with a base hit to left. Second time the leadoff man has reached. 2 outs. Into Ackley. Jeremy Hellickson had a perfect game for 3 2/3 before he walked. Ackley 2 outs in the 4th. No hit bid was broken up by Figgins leading off the 6th. One and one to Dustin. They're not holding Gutierrez at first. Tampa Bay won the game Friday night. The series opener 8-0 behind Jeff Neiman. Mariners behind Michael Pineda won 3-2 yesterday afternoon. Three and one. And Ackley's aboard. Runners at first and second for the Mariners. Brings up Mike Carter. DHing today. Second time to clean up hole.
Mike is 1 for 3. Scored a run for the Mariners. The one run that they have. He's somebody I think that is going to get an opportunity to face the left-handers quite a bit here the last couple months of the season. I think they're just going to turn him loose and let him go, and that's a good idea.
5 for 12 against lefties. Yeah, they have to get answers. Plain and simple.
I think so, and I think he's earned it. You know, they said they're going to give him a chance to play, and since they've made that commitment to him, he's responded, so why not? There you go. When he was first recalled, 15 games spread out over a period of time, only hit 200 in the last 11 games since he's been recalled from Tacoma, 357.
Behind 0-2.
And he has his average at 286 right now with a couple of home runs.
Skipper playing some confidence in him. Batting him 4th here today. Base hit to right his last time up in the 7th. One and two with a couple of men on. One and two the count. Off speed pitch. Fly ball right field for Fold. Mariners get a couple on and leave them there. 8 in the books. It's 8-1 Tampa Bay. presented by the count of 8-1. And when you're traveling outside the Northwest this season, make sure you take the Mariners with you wherever you go. By subscribing to MLB.tv today, you'll see every Mariners game live or on demand on your computer or your favorite devices. So go to Mariners.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Fourth Mariner pitcher today, Josh Lukey. Vargas, Cortez, Furbish, and now Lukey.
Josh has thrown the ball much better since being recalled. We like his fastball. It's been 94 to 96 miles an hour. We didn't see that earlier in the year.
Lukey to face B.J. Upton, Casey Kotchman, and Kelly Shopik, 5, 6, and 7 for the Rays. Strike one. At the center field. With the edits. 1 out.
Bring up Casey Kotchman. Kotchman's had a good day. 2 for 4. He's driven in a run. Raised his average to 327 now.
Big turnaround after getting the eyes examined and fixed. Here he is having a sterling season. Just joining us, Mariners sent Eric Bedard to Boston. And you got outfielder, AA outfielder, Jin-Sen Chang from the Red Sox, Trayvon Robinson from the Dodgers, and both of those young men have put up some good offensive numbers. Chang hitting .338, 18 homers, 76 runs batted in. Robinson .293, 26 and 71. And in fact, heading into today, Chang was, as we look at the numbers, Chang leading the Eastern League in batting average, runs batted in, doubles, slugging, extra base hits, runs, and 4th in OP and on base percentage.
For somebody with some pop, he doesn't strike out much either. You mentioned the 18 home runs and the batting average for him. He punched out 61 times so far this year.
It's 25 walks. 2-2 to Kotchman. Charged there by Eckley. Goes to Kennedy, 2 outs. Hey fans, time's running out to go over the edge and take your support of Special Olympics to new heights. Sign up right now to rappel from Rainier Tower in downtown Seattle. Raise money for Special Olympics athletes in our area. Head to SOWA.org to register or to get more information. There's Kelly Shopik, 1 for 4 day with a run scored. Shopik, a former Cleveland Indian. A's who come to town tomorrow. They finishing up their homestand. They beat Minnesota 7-3.
Mike Ekstrom getting loose. He'll get an inning of work. It's the bottom of the 9th inning. We'll leave O'Kennedy and Wells.
Well, they cleared out the front rail. Mariner dugout. Kennedy and Cortez and Carp and Smoke.
Adam Moore.
See Moore back rehabbing, so is Chris Jimenez. 1-2 to Shopik. 2-2. mentioned Bedard. He leaves Seattle with a 4-7 record this year, a 3.65 ERA, 16 starts. Fly ball left field. Wells has it. That'll do it for the Rays here in the ninth. Work to do for the Mariners. Olivo, Kennedy, and Wells scheduled. Third pitcher, Mike Ekstrom.
Olivo, Kennedy, and Wells will get their turn against Ekstrom, so see if they can score a few runs anyways, feel better about going into tomorrow.
What a game thrown by Jeremy Hellickson. 7+, 5 hits, 1 run, 1 walk. 2 strikeouts, took a no-hitter into the 6th.
Well, deadline is passed. You look at the leaders out there right now. You have Boston leading the East. Is anything change for you there?
As long as those sticks stay healthy, and I saw Jonathan Lester highlights from yesterday's game. He's back. He threw a heck of a ball game. Now you had Bedard. They can swing the bat to the best offensive team in the American League. That hasn't changed. Texas has added Mike Adams. I think that is a huge pickup for their bullpen core.
Yeah, I would agree, because that seemed to be their weakness, and so they made it stronger with that. Central's interesting to me. You have Detroit out in front of Cleveland by a game and a half, and Chicago's 3 games back.
Well, Chicago's come on hard since we saw them. We saw Chicago when we were out there like 7-8 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
We were in Chicago early June.
Doug Fister will certainly help the Tigers in their rotation. Cleveland has a lot of talent, though. I like that Cleveland.
They must have a heck of a lot of talent, because they traded Orlando Cabrera, who's having a nice year at second base as Olivo strikes out.
They also picked up Jimenez.
Maybe they turned him around.
Maybe they get him turned around. They had control of him, I believe, for a couple more years after this year. The Central will be an interesting division to watch.
One out, here's Adam Kennedy. Looper, left fielder coming in. Jennings, 2 outs. Jasper Wells picked up an RBI and a fielder's choice back in the 7th. 0 for 3. Texas lost today, so did the Angels, so that doesn't change at the top of the West. Angels behind by 2.
Oh, Pittsburgh. I hope the Pirates can hang in there.
Phillies beat them again today, though, 6-5. It's a great story, though.
It is. It is.
They needed some more pop, and that's why they got Ludwig and Derek Lee, because they had to bat McCutchen in the 4-hole. A little looper. Fold coming on, can't get it. Base hit first as a Mariner for Casper Wells. Seattle base hit.
Take a look at this swing. Inside out swing. Jams him. But fights it off into right field. We'll get his first Mariner hit out of the way. Quite a bit of playing time with the Tigers before he was able to get here, but at least he gets a base hit. And that'll help him relax a little bit. As Fold. Great effort from Fold. Just can't get there.
Higgins looks at a strike. Sean today 1 for 3. He broke up the Hellickson bid for a no-hitter, leading off the 6th inning. One and one. Off the plate, 2-1. Two-one pitch. So do it right here. Zobrist throws to Kachman. That's a ball game. 8-1 Rays. Rays take 2 out of 3. They outscore the Mariners 18-4. So the offensive woes for the Mariners continue.
And in this game today, some sloppy defense early cost the Mariners a couple of runs and Jason Vargas. And then Vargas ends up giving up 3 earned runs in the game, 5 total. And you look at that, 6 hits, 1 run. Hellickson was awfully tough on the guys today. Had a no-hitter for quite a while before Figgins ended up getting a base hit. So turn the page. A's come into town tomorrow night. The Mariners can play better against them, win a series.
Ben Zobrist, what a day. 3-hit day, 3 RBI day, leading the Tampa Bay onslaught. Jason Vargas loses for the 5th straight time, 6 of 7. ERA goes to 5.27. We'll see the Rays again down at St. Pete in the back end of the month of August. That's the final here, 8-1. Let's send you out to Brad Adams.